late 90s, deep in Miami's underground racing scene, the fastest minds and hands built machines for the standing mile competition. They needed a way to test their machines, but without regular access to a sanctioned facility, they took to the streets. The safest road they had access to allowed for racing 9/10 of a mile. They discovered that a rolling 9/10 of a mile run would closely replicate standing mile times. That's where 9/10 racing was born. In the late 90s, the quickest bikes were already breaking 180 miles per hour. As technology pushed forward, records shattered, some now topping an unbelievable 240 miles per hour in just 9/10 of a mile. For more than 25 years, they've hunted tenths of a second and a mile per hour at a time, inching closer to the limits of man and machine. Word spread beyond Florida. Soon, challengers from across the country would come test themselves against Miami's best. What started as a local fight for bragging rights has grown into a nationwide phenomenon. And even in the heat of the competition, there's still a mutual respect, each team driving the other to go faster, farther, and risk more. Over the years, we at TRC have been fortunate enough to witness this community up close. Now, we're taking you to the heart of where it all began, to tell the story of 9/10 racing and the racers who live for it. You never know what you're gonna see in the bike race scene here. Dude pulled out this monster bike out of this van. Now filling it with some race fuel.
Yeah, bro. So we're gonna just end up going to. We'll go to and like I said.
They said they were gonna meet us over there.
Yeah. We'll go to and if there's if the guys are there, we'll get some runs in. Depends how many runs we get. If the cops show up, we'll just head to the other spot, the bridge.
I saw a lot of bicycles riding up there. So
Yeah.
probably better.
Yeah, so we'll figure it out, dude. If we have to leave there, we'll head to the bridge. If there's cyclists over there, then we can just keep going. It's a little farther, but we'll go to.
Gonna finally run it, huh?
Yeah, finally, bro.
Go, let's get it, baby. Oh shit. Sounds like a plan.
I'm assuming pump gas. Like always.
I smell the racing fuel. I
Hey,
don't know.
you giving me the hit or what? You give me the hit?
No, you.
And now, a quick word from today's video sponsor. Oh wait, guys, we actually don't have one for today's video. So buy some merch so we can keep making cool videos like this. thatracingchannel.com. Thanks, and let's get back into the action.
Gonna race.
What year is your bike?
22.
22 Max versus Ruby. What your bike got? Versus Ruby Red.
It's not more than 4 volts on it. It says Palm 93, baby. Slowest 1K.
Both bikes are on 93. See, it should be a good race. It's like similar weight, similar weights, similar bikes.
30 or 40?
45.
45? Dang, you trying to make that 40, that 41 work.
Second gear.
I'm on a 41, dog.
Let's go, Jay. Jump in that shit, dog.
Yo, I'm 200 pounds.
Let's go, Jay. Race. We got faith in you, dog. Oh, you got Jay.
Holy that thing was flying. always been fast.
Yeah.
Comes out, oh, it's stock. And the thing, you know the drill.
Yeah.
He got me like that with a 240 back in the day. He's like, oh, it's a stock fucking bike, and I had my 2J 240.
Yeah, so since you guys couldn't get a good run, just try to get a good run.
55, the first sign after the 55.
Yeah, just come up to an agreement when you guys get to 55 point or something.
Okay. Who was in the race? It was 3 bikes, right?
Yeah, it was me, you, and who was the third person?
Yo, that was crazy.
other driver?
I saw how you guys lean at the end of the race, trying to get over the SUV. That was crazy.
Dude, we flew by that car going at least.
Yeah.
So you seem pretty comfortable on these things. How long you been in the bike scene? How long you been racing these things?
I've been riding for like, what, 16 years now?
16 years.
Something like that.
So you're comfortable going, I mean, these things go over 200, I
Yeah, but my slow compared to most of the other guys out here.
I love that relative slow.
Just saying. You're interviewing the wrong guy right now.
Miami is some of the fastest probably bikes in the country, you know? So this is just like a bolt-on S1000?
Yeah, it's the bolt-on S1K, stretched 4 inches, E85, just typical street bike.
Weight reduction?
Yeah.
So as far as I can remember, 910 started here in Miami back in the 90s. All the old school guys used to run out here, and it's simulating the standing mile. And then as years pass, it evolved, and now a bunch of states are doing the same thing. They're all running 910s, stretch bikes. Like I said, it originated here, and then we honestly got tired of racing each other. So we started inviting people from out of town, Georgia, the East Coast, Texas, and even California now. And they started mimicking our ways, and it's evolved. It's a Gixxer 1000 tuned by PGR and a S1000. I don't know who it's tuned by.
Go heads up.
So the first time I saw this cover was this bike came out to our TRC Street Kings event at Bradenton Motorsports Park and actually won the event. And that's kind of the first time I'd ever seen somebody here in like the street bike scene do something like that.
Yeah, dude. So I started doing those in that Street Kings event. I had it made probably like 4 months prior to that, and I was testing it, and it works. So once everybody realized it works, it just blew up. Where everybody.
What's the science behind it? What's the idea behind that?
So basically, instead of the air getting trapped in the wheel and holding the bike back, it basically just goes right by it. So like the 18-wheelers do it for more. They get better MPG. The electric cars have it. So that they get more of a distance. But yeah, basically that's what it helps. It helps with less drag to the rear wheel. But yeah, this bike, it's a full bolt-on ZX10. It's a 16 with a 21 front end. It's got the whole rear is carbon fiber, the tail, the subframe. It's got a 0 to 4 arm. It's got carbon wheels.
So super lightweight.
It's lightweight, yeah.
Can you say how much it weighs, or is that?
It's right now. It's about 338 maybe. It's about 338.
That's light, dude.
But yeah, they get really lighter, bro, when you really got to get in there. So I used to, the one that I won the event with, that bike, they weighed it at the event, and it was 287.
Wow.
So that bike was very hard to ride, but it was fast because of the weight.
So this is set up strictly for like 910s.
Yeah, 910s. Right now I set up for 910s. I could re-gear it to race half mile, but I mean, down here what we do is 910s.
So what would a bike like this trap like around 910s, and then if you were to change the gearing and just go for an all-out top speed run, what do you think?
So an all-out top speed run, like passing the 910s, this bike will probably push maybe 217, 218.
Wow.
But that's, I mean, that'll be slow as racing 910s because it's just high mile an hour.
Sure.
But geared correctly for 910s to get there really, really fast, it can do about 210.
Wow.
Yeah, on race gas on MR12. So.
Yeah.
Now I heard there's a H2 rolling around that might go like 230 or 240 miles an hour.
Yeah, 240. Yeah, 240. Yeah, 240. So
I mean, what is that? Is that just like super lightweight and that thing's just cranked to the moon?
No, it's not lightweight at all. It's just makes a lot of power. Yeah, it makes a lot of power. So you got to disclose that with the owners, but I don't think they'll even say it. But they're 300 plus.
Wow.
Yeah.
And set up right, because you can have a bike.
Yeah, and set up right.
3 or 4. I've seen turbo boosters make 500 horsepower.
Yeah,
they spin.
Right. It has to be set up correctly. Yeah.
What's up with that thing?
Slow as
Somebody's how much power does it make?
I don't know, it's on 22 pounds of boost, street tuned. It was at 360 before? Yeah, 360 to the wheel.
So now a little bit more boost?
A lot more boost.
A lot more boost. So over 400 probably or something?
Well, I don't know, we'd love to put it on a dyno to actually like see what it's making. Because I just see nothing but street tuned out here.
What size turbo?
Whatever that on 3K, I think it's like a GT28. Yeah. It's a little baby turbo.
Yeah. But it's nice, it spools up and you actually street rides a bike.
I ride that shit.
Built motor?
Yeah, it's a built motor. Daily rider, bro. I ride that shit at work. I ride that shit all over the place. Just got like 22,000 miles on a turbo motor.
Nice.
You gonna make any runs today or pulls or anything? Or?
I don't ride like that anymore, but he's welcome to squeeze it if he wants to.
So what's going down right now?
The turbo Busa versus an NA full bolt-on ZX10. So, but we're gonna do a shorter race.
Okay. I was gonna say that thing makes probably double the horsepower of this.
Yeah, definitely for sure. But like we were talking about earlier, if you can't put it down, it ain't gonna work. But that bike supposedly is working, so we'll see what happens.
And this bike, I assume, is lighter than that bike?
Oh yeah, way lighter. Yeah.
It did like a boost cut, and then it just started, I dropped clutch and it started revving by itself.
So the plenum blew off?
Yeah, the moment it went into boost.
No, it blew the throttle bodies off and everything.
Bro, sorry, Manny. What's wrong with you? I was trying to brake boost.
Too much
boost, bro.
You don't lend.
20-25 pounds on a Busa? Yeah. Hey, that'll get you going. So I see you guys got these GPSs mounted and stuff. What do you guys usually?
Yeah, man, we use the GPS to measure mile per hour to see how the bike's performing. Nowadays, also we use the Draggy to measure 60 to 130 and all those times to see how the bike improves. You know, based on the mods that we're doing to it. On max effort bikes, every ounce counts. These guys change the bolts of titanium. They take their front brake rotors off, the rear brake rotors off. They do the aero disc in the back. They do the front Busa fender. Whole bunch of modifications that add a little bit to improving mile per hour, 60 to 130, everything.
Is cop presence ever an issue out here?
Police presence is always an issue. Whether you're on the highway, whether you're sitting at a spot, you know, everybody kind of has the biker reputation, right? So you just have to be respectful. If they come and they just want you to kind of break it up, you break it up. You know, try to be as respectful as possible because, you know, this is 1 or 2 spots that we use that are safe and are measured for 9/10. Traffic, right? We don't want to be those guys that are in and out of traffic. We want to kind of be isolated so we can do what we want to do.
So I noticed these guys don't really wear any gear.
Yeah, man. I mean, when you think max effort, it's not only the bike. A jacket will create drag, and honestly, we're so used to not wearing gear. It's just the norm.
So weight probably, and as well as like drag, like.
I would say mostly drag. You know, no matter how tight the jacket is, it'll always be, you know, against the wind. Some of these guys don't even wear gloves.
I see shorts.
I mean, it's Florida. It's like 98 degrees right now, so.
So basically just hardcore to the max.
Correct.
All about the performance.
That's right.
race go?
Oh, good, bro. But the f***ing battery terminal came off, so it wasn't shifting from first to second. But up top, I'm coming for, but then the bike just cuts out. So. I couldn't get a good run on the second one, but the one coming this way, that is on camera, dude, that gonna be a crazy ass race. Yeah, that race, it was with it was the BMW and that ZX10 right there. Mile an hour should be a little high to the tailwind. Right, I played the limiter. Right?
I saw my shit more like 217 on the dash. I'm like,
what?
93.
I'm like, that's it already, the limiter back there?
This thing went 217 on 93?
Yeah, but on the cluster. On the cluster. That's probably like 212.
Bro, that's flying. How'd the runs go?
Good, but he said he spawned over there, and I think I heard him spin.
Faster though, bro. Ahí tú me diste hit y todavía estás ahí pegadito al lado mío.
No, when we race in the same lane, we do this. We lock in, you can't really pull away.
I'm only doing 203, bro, the 910.
With this tailwind, probably like 210, 212 on the tailwind.
So these bikes are going over 200 miles an hour, between 212 and 217 on pump gas. This thing's capable of like 225 mile an hour on race gas and nitrous. Absolutely insane. But today he's on muscle, motor only. This thing goes like low 200s. Jesus Christ. This is probably one of the most like max effort, radical, just like hardcore bike scenes I've come across, and we've filmed all over the country. You tell me, you guys out here every single weekend testing the bikes, a tenth at a time, right?
Like, yeah, testing every mile an hour. I mean, the dragging thing was something that started, maybe like 3 years ago. So when we started this 10 plus years ago, it was just what gave us a little more mile an hour. Whether it was gearing, whether you lower the bike, here, there, boost offender. We started with the aero mods. But yeah, basically it was just testing and testing and testing. Other states started doing it, but they were, I don't want to say copying, but they were just trying to like just set up a bike how they thought would work, and they would race, and they weren't really fast. We've had out-of-towners come in and think, oh yeah, let's go ahead and compete with those guys down there, and they just get annihilated. They're like what is this? So over the time, some of those guys have gotten fast because they started doing their homework. But yeah, basically, I mean, we pushed the limit. Yeah,
so
we've traveled. Yeah,
they've gotten to see firsthand what they think is fast, and then we travel over there, and then they get a wake-up call to the point where there'll be two all-motor bikes, and they think it's on nitrous. Just that big of a difference. Setup, honestly, is what it is. Setup, weight.
Yeah, and the amount of time, bro, because it's a lot of time. Like, we've been out here nights after nights after nights testing. So that's what it comes down to, bro. It's who puts the most money and who puts the most time. So definitely, over the time, a lot of Instagrammers would put their videos, and they seemed like they were fast, and a lot of them would mention here and there how they could beat us down here. So one day I made a trip to Texas and ran everybody one by one and started taking them out one by one, and they all thought I was spraying. The only way they beat me was with the nitrous bike, and that's because they put a lighter guy on it, and he got me at the end. But after that, everybody did get a lot faster because that's when they said, wait a minute, it's not just dressing up a bike and making it look fast. We actually need to make it go fast. And basically we proved that you have to, it's not just dressing it up, making it look fast, but you have to put a lot of work into it. And they did it. A lot of guys have done it. I could say that we're still in the top as far as the fastest. We have been beat before.
We lose, but we win more than what we lose.
Right, we win more than we lose. So
as a unit,
we basically, again, because we started this years ago, I could say we're a little ahead of everybody else, but everyone is catching on fast.
And it's part of our culture, the grudge racing, the setting up the bike, the just looking for that extra mile an hour every single time. We have our own competition, so if we're competing within ourselves and we are pretty much at the top of the food chain, so to speak, you know, when we come against, you know, these other guys from out of town, sometimes there's no match. You know?
Right. Yeah, because we actually make each other faster.
Yeah.
You lose one weekend and the other guy goes and does something else. He changes a few things and then he wins, and then you go and you got to do something to get faster. So we actually push ourselves to go faster.
Yeah.
So that's pretty cool in the sense of why we are where we are.
And another thing, open invite, any heavyweight rider, you already know, open invite, let me know.
For over 25 years, 9/10 Racing has pushed riders and machines to the edge, not just to win, but to redefine what's possible. Racing at speeds upwards of 240 miles per hour, they're risking everything for the passion, the legacy, and the bragging rights. Pioneering crews like PGR Tuned, Certified, Samedi Racing, and others have set the tone early, inspiring rivals to match their intensity and raising the bar for everyone who followed. Every Sunday, they return to the streets, a tradition they call church, to keep pushing the envelope. We at TRC have been fortunate enough to witness and capture this subculture firsthand, a raw, unfiltered world where speed rules, legends are made, and the spirit of 9/10 Racing still burns just as fierce as the day it began.